Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining a fragrance from the house of The Art of Shaving. This fragrance is known as Oud Suede Cologne Intense, which came out in the year 2016, and curiously, this is classified as a woody, spicy fragrance. But to me, this is the most definitive smelling leather / suede fragrance I have ever put my nose on. There may be other ones out there that smell of a more pure leather or suede, but from what I have ever smelled in my lifetime, this is number one. I was introduced to this brand, The Art of Shaving, by an excellent friend of mine, a very great friend of mine who has incredible taste in his fragrance selections, and he has introduced me to many fine fragrances. And from this house, out of all the fragrances that I have tried, I have been disappointed by none of them. And what is interesting about The Art of Shaving, no matter what the note breakdown is or what the accords are, they all have that barber shop vibe to them. So this one, I would say this is like a barber shop leather. So again, with these fragrances, always try before you buy. But if you like barbershop fragrances with the lavender, I would definitely check out this house because the quality is good. The longevity is decent to very good. This is an excellent fragrance in terms of longevity. And they have some extremely unique scent profiles. So let's give it a spray on the back of my wrist. Great sprayer. So initially, you get kind of a lemon herbaceous suede, and the suede leather kicks in almost immediately, and the lemon and the herb notes start to get pushed into the background. So this one smells, like I said, smells like leather. It smells like suede. So it's not like a Tom Ford leather where you get the raspberry or the fruity notes or whatever. This smells authentic. So as it dries down, the suede starts to soften out a little bit, and the lemon tones start to tone down, and it takes on more of a barbershop antiseptic vibe emerges. So this is where you have, I find that with the Art of Shaving, you start to get it in the first dry down. Always this barbershop scent starts to kick in, which combines with the other notes. So as this fragrance starts to dry down even further, you get more of the leather suede, but I find it starts to become more oily, almost like a worn out saddled leather, which is just absolutely spectacular. Very masculine and rugged, but it's got this clean antiseptic note to it. So it's dirty and clean at the same time, which seems to be a contradiction, but there's something about this one that it's not too sharp, and it doesn't have a scent profile in the sense where it's synthetic. It smells very natural. So this faint combination, a late dry down of citrus and wood, combines itself with the oud. So the oud, for me, I think it's there, it's subtle, it's in the background, but it's not a major player in this fragrance. It's not overpowering. But the one thing about this scent, I believe it has many virtues, but it's very well blended. It has these gorgeous seamless transitions, but throughout it all, you have that leather note that changes. You have the more of the suede, then a heavier saddle leather, then it's kind of an oily leather, and it's combining with these herbs and lemons that are subtly in the background, and the oud. So it has many different facets and many different dimensions. So as advertised, the top notes are bergamot, lemon, and rosemary. The mid notes are saffron, lavender, bourbon, geranium. And the base notes are guaiac wood, oud, cedar, vetiver, cypriol oil, and patchouli. So there is no leather note in this, but the saffron does smell somewhat like a leathery suede-like substance. But it could be just the combination of the notes produce the actual accords. On this fragrance, I say, who could wear it? I think this is one that you should try before you buy, because I think people are going to be a little bit divided. If you like the leather, then I think this is going to be for you. But just because you like a barbershop fragrance, you may not necessarily like the mix with the leather. But I definitely do. So I think this is something that is worth sampling, worth trying. And this whole line is worth trying because they really have nothing to disappoint you with. And I would say you could basically wear this at any age, providing your skin can pull it off and it resonates well off of you. So the performance surprised me. The performance was excellent. I got about 6 hours out of it for a cologne EDC concentration that's very, very good. And when it was cooler day today where I am in northern Canada. So as soon as I stepped outside, I got hit with a blast of it. And I always find that interesting with leather or oud or deeper fragrances, darker fragrances in Canada. You're inside, it's warm, you go outside and it's cold and it's like, poof, you get hit with it, which is very interesting. You don't get that in the warm climates. And these fragrances are excellent at this time of the year. In the late October, November, December, they have a lot of oomph, a lot of power, and they just smell great. But anybody can wear it at any age, providing you can pull it off. And I think the climate where you live is going to be very decisive in terms of how you wear this fragrance. Last thoughts on this. Again, this is the most authentic smelling leathery fragrance I've ever put my nose on. And it's not synthetic. It's extremely well blended. It's truly excellent fragrance. It's not overly priced. It's great value. And I was actually quite surprised because I thought there would be more of an oud note. And I think the oud combined with the leather almost produces this oily leather vibe, which is very unique. So there's a lot, the more I wear it and the more I think about it and the notes, breakdowns, and the accords, it's actually a fairly complex scent because some of them you can't nail down because I've never smelt anything like this in a fragrance. And this is a brand that I would definitely recommend people investigate. If you could get a sample kit, or you could, wherever you're living, you can try these fragrances. I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you like the masculine barbershop fragrance. That's their main market. That's their main niche, the art of shaving. So this is definitely was not a disappointment. I say this is a tremendous fragrance, excellent fragrance, one that I thoroughly enjoy. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell, any comments or questions you have on this fantastic fragrance from the art of shaving. Leave them down below and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.